one of the things I looked at before bringing you on was one of the reels that you recently posted, and it was about how you are able to get a better work life balance, which is, I think, such a challenge for so many teachers at every single level, because teaching is one of those things that it is just never ending. Like you can truly work 100 hours a week and you will still find other things to do if you want to. And I think early career teachers fall into that a lot. It's really hard to figure out what to prioritize, what to not prioritize. And in the reel that you posted, it you basically explained how you prioritize your prep time so that you're not working more than like 40 to 43 hours a week. So how did you come to like make the decision of like what day you're doing what and all of that?
I am pretty type A. And so I kind of use, I think in my home and in my personal life and professional life, I try to come up with systems that will help me to be efficient and productive. And like you said, I quickly realized when I became a teacher that I could be at school all day, every day, and there would still be more to do. And so I had to figure out, what do I let go of? And how do I plan in advance so that I feel fully prepared and not have the Sunday scaries? I still
Yeah.
get the Sunday scaries, but I try my best to prevent them. So I came up with this system where and I will also say I know I'm fortunate to get an hour of prep time a day. I know that other people in other areas of the country are not that fortunate. So I am very lucky to get that. Um, but during my hour of prep time, depending on the day of the week, I do a particular task. So on Mondays, I'm doing special education paperwork, I'm answering emails, I'm filling out forms, and I am doing all of those kind of like things on my laptop things is what I call them, because it's all of the things that are on my computer. And I'm doing that on Monday. On Tuesdays, I continue doing those types of tasks. This year, when I moved to third grade, that might have to shift a little bit because I'm moving to a new grade level. But
Yeah.
that's how I have operated for the past few years. Then on Wednesdays, I start preparing for the next week, because when I walk out at the end of contract hours on Friday, I want to know that everything is set for the week and I'm ready to go, because I do not work on the weekends. I do not check my email on the weekends. I try to really have those boundaries so that I can have a better work life balance, because it is so easy to not have that balance.
Yeah.
So on Wednesdays, I start preparing and I have my planner. I choose exactly what I want to teach for the entire week and lay it all out and figure out what I need to create, or where I need to pull certain resources from, and plan out my entire next week. At the elementary level, there are always things like, oh, there's an assembly, there's a band concert, there's a project in fifth grade, go see the kids science fair things, or whatever it may be. There are always things on our schedule that are unexpected. So I have to look at it week by week and kind of figure out how to structure everything. And so I do that on Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, I make sure that I have everything created. If I'm creating a worksheet or creating a resource or editing slides or whatever it may be. And so I'm doing that on Thursday. And then on Friday, I go to the printer and I'm at the printer for like 40 minutes and I'm printing out all of the things that I need, making sure they're organized. For math this past year, I did a multi tiered grouping model. And that was a lot of that added my time at the printer.
Yeah.
So that's why it took up 40 minutes. But it was really great. But so that Fridays are my printing day, and then I put it all in my magazine holders. I have one for each day, Monday through Friday, and I set out my papers for the week, make sure everything's organized, and I walk home or walk out the door on Friday with my desk clean and everything ready to go for the next week. So Very type A.
You could
I
not
recognize that.
You could not describe a more different way of teaching than me if you tried. Like, I
Are you
I
a
think
Post-it note person?
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll lose the Post-it notes, and, like, just the fact that you are able to like, on Wednesdays, you start planning and you're working the entire time on one thing, and you're prepping that and you're focused and you work on that until it's done, couldn't be me. Not a single time in my career have I been able to success because I look at that and I'm like, "Yes, that makes sense. That looks fantastic." But what I would do, knowing me, is I would start on Wednesday and think about a plan. Okay, I am going to be teaching Romeo and Juliet next week. Excellent. Okay. On Monday, I need to introduce Romeo and Juliet. And then I would open up a tab on my computer and I would try and find the slides that I used last time. And then I couldn't find them. So then I'm like, you know what? Let's do some razzle dazzle. Let's go on YouTube. And then I'm looking on YouTube and I found this really great thing. And oh, you know what? Oh, look at this cute video on YouTube. Oh, look at the cats. Like that is where, and then my planning is over and I'm done. And I've done absolutely nothing. I need you in my brain being like, all right, social emotional learning skills. We're going to learn today responsibility. And at the end of today, you need to have these things done because I know I don't actually need Wednesday's activity until Wednesday. And so a lot of times it very quickly becomes Wednesday morning at, 7 o'clock and my students came in at 8:15. The hour and 15 minutes is my only time where I'm like adrenaline rush prepping for the day. And I've done what you described, I think successfully twice probably in the 9 years that I taught, where I had everything printed for the next week and, like, in folders, but even then, I think I probably lost one of the folders before the day came. The
Yeah,
beginning of the year
everyone has their own process, so
calling
there's
what I
nothing
do a
wrong with your
process is
process.
very generous. Thank you so much for watching. Want more of those who can't do in your life? Well, you can watch the full episode right now. Just click on that little box over there. You see it? Right down there? There it is. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Okay, bye.